Hello and thanks for selecting an episode of Quest. The series that I've called Quest, the videos that I make, it's just regarding stuff that I find strange and bizarre. Strange phenomena, mega coincidences, different light levels in the way the weather's behaving, the strange trails in the sky. Notably, the phenomena that's referred to online as the Mandela effect phenomena. Also, like the time itself, as far as I'm concerned, I've experienced it, I would say it's sped up by a factor of 2. That's how I've experienced it anyway lately. And it's not just because I'm getting older, it actually has sped up. I genuinely believe that and feel that it has. So that's just to name a few things that have been happening that are quite bizarre. So the series that I named Quest on my channel is just basically sharing my experiences with you, and if you want to leave a comment with your explanations, if you want, well, feel free if you want to suggest what it may be, because I'm always interested in learning these things, the bizarre phenomena and stuff. I'm fascinated in them, and I really genuinely want to learn what's going on and why things have changed and what's causing them, how it's doing it. So, but the video purposely is just for sharing with you, the viewers, the strange stuff that I find, at least anyway, bizarre and strange. So, hope you find it interesting. Thanks for selecting and enjoy. So, I know I was saying it was warm earlier on at Johnny Groats. It was. But up here it's a little bit different. It's actually quite airy, but anyway, that's what it's like. It's quite bizarre actually. How only just a couple of miles there it's warm. Right? You saw it, I was in my t-shirt earlier on. Now, just a couple of miles east, I've got my jacket, my jumper and my hat on, with Tammy. But there you go. The light levels are still the same. The temperature has really dropped though, and it certainly feels a lot colder anyway. So, as I say, the contrast in weather is just incredible. Back there, it's like how I remembered it. No, it's still the same level but colder. So you would normally see the ocean, the sea, well, the North Sea from here. You see the ocean at the west coast and the Atlantic Ocean, but this is the east coast, so it's the North Sea. You won't see the North Sea just now because of all this unusual, strange behaving fog or mist. But it's quite impressive, but very bizarre. You might hear the water. I know there is there, I've seen it before obviously. So, I mean, a couple of miles down there it'll be clear as day. Just where we're at the moment, it's very, very unusual being as thick mist like this. What makes it really odd is that line, you know, it's actually a white patch going right down there. Well, I don't know if I can point it, it's going like that. It's hard to show on the camera, but there is a sort of definitive white area. It's almost like a rainbow. It's a white bow, it would be called in this instance. There's another one right in front of me. I don't know how well it's coming out. I'm trying to adjust the settings a bit on the camera, but I don't know just how well it's shown on there because I'm getting kind of like glare off the screen with the sun behind us. But there is a kind of like a white bow going round like that. I mean, it's still clear up there because you've got the moon. You can see the moon, which is bizarre. I've actually got footage of seeing the moon through thick fog, and I've got proof to prove that. I've got footage of it, and at the lamppost you can see how thick the fog is. You're able to see the moon and it's grey. Now, I've logged that in before. I found that absolutely crazy because it was that thick fog to block out the sun at certain times. How on earth can I see the moon at night? But I've got footage and I saw it recently. It's a very strange recent phenomenon, including the moon phase rotating. So you might see the waves now, just to prove that we're at the water. So it is out there. So I'm right in front of the white bow, right in front of it. You can see it. I mean, I could clearly see it. It's like that. can actually see it. I mean, I don't know how well it's coming out in here, but I could clearly see it. That's just nuts, eh? I can actually see my reflection off of the fog. I'll see if I can point that out to you. That's just crazy. Look, I'll show you. Yeah, you might just see it. I don't know if it's coming out. Hang on. I could see it with my naked eye. I hope I could share it. It's about there. You might see my actual reflection off of this. My shadow, rather, not my reflection. My shadow, I beg your pardon. My shadow. I don't know if it's coming out very well in here. I can't really see what it's kind of getting a bit glary. You might just make it out, but it's certainly my shadow. I'm moving my arm, so if it's moving on there, then you should see it. But it's about there anyway. And walking now, and I could see it moving. I could certainly see it myself, but I don't know if you saw that. But I could. It's just nuts. Anyway, I'm going to sit here for a bit. I've got some Ritz biscuits, and I'm going to sit and look at this for a bit and just want to have the novel of sitting here and eating and looking at that as well at the same time. So I'm going to do that now. Here in the wildlife. That was quite predominant. This you might see it a lot clearer now. This bow going right round. I mean, see, it's hard to distinguish between the horizons now and the false horizon. You can clearly see my shadow down there as well. You're actually getting the land shadow as well in this mist, and you can see my shadow quite clearly now. You can see it sort of. You would think it's actually clearing up. You would think that you may think that it's the ocean horizon, the North Sea horizon, but it's not. So that's how convincing it is. That's how thick cloud. The water is behind that, in that shadowy area. You can see the waves. That's the actual water, and then you've got the false sort of horizon, like which can be may be easily mistook as a horizon. Anyhow, better get going. But I'll tell you what that reminds me of, looking over there. That reminds me of flying over the clouds when I was, that's what comes to mind when I'm looking at that, being above the clouds in a plane. That's just what it's like looking over this now. You see that? It's just totally, it's just like looking at a plane window as far as I'm concerned. I'm trying to get this to focus. It keeps going out of focus a little bit, but it's maybe even having difficulty focusing because of this bizarre nature of this scenery. Because it is, I mean, it's even like the fluff tops of the clouds looking over there. If it will just behave and go into focus, I could try and share it with you. That might make it a bit better for you, I don't know. But it certainly does have that feeling effect. That's what comes to my mind when I'm looking at that. It's just crazy. I mean, it's impressive, but it's bizarre at the same time. It feels cold enough to be above the clouds. When you're flying a plane, obviously it's about minus 50 degrees or something up there. Over again. I mean, I can even see a little bit of rainbow colours down there as well. I don't know if it's coming out on the camera or not, but it's. I'm trying to share that with you. It's hard to do my best to show you. I'm getting still pictures as well, but there. That'd be sort of like a bullseye. It's like a round dartboard right in the centre. Now, what is all that about? You know what I mean? What is that about? Is that normal? Like heck it is. That ain't normal. That's really nuts. It's impressive, but it's not normal. It's bizarre. That's the first time I've ever saw that. And I'm hoping I'm able to share this with you. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's incredible. Wow. I mean, that is actually amazing. I'm kind of like taken back by that. Jeezy peeps. What the heck? Look at that. That is something else. Look at that selfie with that. That is, I mean, really, I wouldn't be standing here getting excited if this was just normal. It isn't normal. Like I say, I've been around for nearly 50 years, and I've never, certainly in the last 10 years, so 45 years of weather was one thing, so I've got 45 years of momentum to adjust my way of what I took the weather for granted as, and this is like new to me again, you know. It's incredible. I am impressed, but I also want to learn what's actually causing it, what's happening as well. I do. I've always been interested. I thought, what is that? Honestly, that is not. Jeez, I'll have to get some other pictures on my other phone of that before it goes away. So yeah, I'm impressed with all this light show stuff. It's really, really quite impressive and quite alarming as well, because there's certainly changes in what I took for granted for reality. It just shows you it's awakening. So yeah, in awakening, it's more aware now of things that what was once taken for granted isn't necessarily all there is to it. I knew there was always more to life anyway, even before I discovered and came across the Mandela effect phenomenon, because I came across that phenomenon before it even came across the term Mandela effect phenomenon way back on one or two occasions. I didn't understand it, but I sure experienced it. And in about 2016, by the later part, I came across the term Mandela effect phenomenon online. A lot I could relate to, rather. Things that resemble it. Completely covered the sea, and yet you've got this wall, and then suddenly you can see it again, and then you've got more over there in the horizon. See that land over there, by the way? That's Dunnet Head. That's the most northerly point on the UK land. I've been there before. I've done a video of it a couple of years back. It was titled Johnny Groats Files. Johnny Groats videos, parts 1 to 4. Very unusual chem. The sky there, very odd indeed. 28th of January 2025. So this is at the end of Black Dog, the truck film that I like. At the very end it's got the strange sky, red there, cream colour there, blue sky there, and dark over in the corner there. It was the fact that it's different colours of red as well, which is really unusual. I don't think I would have noticed that before, so it could be a Mandela effect. And also the fact that it's the sky's like that, like two light sources. This is a 1998 film, so if I'd had this film a while, I would have surely clocked this before. Very dark in this corner here as well. So I'm just finished watching it. It's early hours. It'll be 4th of February 2025, or technically it's the 5th of February, Thursday the 5th of February 2025, because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I've just watched the Black Dog. So I thought I'd log that in anyway. Very unusual. the Mandela effect as well, the DVD. Oh, and there's also a star, just a bright sort of light there. I don't know if it's going to come through in the camera. Yeah, it does actually. Right there. Right there. It's a bit clearer. So that too is quite unusual. Right. Very strange. So regarding that black dog post, it was actually Thursday the 6th of February, very late Wednesday the 5th. Thursday the 6th of February, 2025. So then, King Goosey, just making me back to the car. Now, just about 2 seconds or so ago, I had a sort of like a very faint ringing in my left ear, and these lights came on, like high pitched. So the LED lights came on just shortly after. I felt something in my left ear when I was walking up there. So I'm just logging that in. Anyway, nonetheless, 20th of March 2025. So this is very bizarre. It's misty as anything. I can actually see the mist in front of the lights here, the LED lights, and at the same time I can see the moon and I can even see the craters. So I don't know if I can get it on the camera, but I can sure as heck see it with my naked eye. In fact, I can even see the moon. It's just something like seeing the craters on it. It's just madness for considering how thick the mist is. It's foggy, but it's not coming out very well in this camera. I can't zoom in, but I can see the craters with my naked eye. That's for sure. And this is at Anstruther, just at the harbour, at the the main harbour, just at the waterfront. And the moon is clear as day. I can see craters clearly with my naked eye, and yet I can see the mist blowing in front of the lights. I can actually see it's thick, right? And now I can't see the lights up there, the street lights up there in the distance, because it's pretty much faded out because of the thickness of the fog. In some areas I can't even see at all. Yet I can see the craters on the moon. So that's just absolutely bizarre. I've noticed this bizarre phenomenon before anyway, but logging it in, the date, it's Sunday the 9th of March 2025 here at Anstruther. It's about 7 PM. So this is the lighthouse at the end of the harbour at Thankyou. It's quite spooky actually. The moon there as well. A bit ghostly like, yeah, a wee bit eerie. Thankyou harbour. A very misty, foggy evening, and what was really bizarre, as I said earlier, that moon, I could see it clear as day. I could see the craters on it as well. It's absolutely bizarre how I could see that through all this thick mist. This camera's not able to pick it up, but I could definitely see it with my naked eye, the craters on the moon. So I'll log it in again anyway. It's the 9th of September 2025, and you can see just how thick that mist is. You can see it reflecting off the navigation light, just how thick it is. That's not the lens, it's smudge or smearing. That's how thick the mist is. You can actually see the line across it. And look at the car headlights as well, at the car park. And demonstrates just how misty it is. And yeah, I can see the moon as clear as day. I can see the craters like there's nothing there. Very bizarre. Another bizarre phenomenon as well is I can actually see a star. I can actually see a star amongst all this mist and fog, as well as the moon. That is very misty. And it looks quite impressive though, the way the light's shining on the sea floor there. It's not really showing up in here very well, but Okay, so hope you've enjoyed that or found it interesting or whatever. If you say you want to, have you got any suggestions to any of the stuff that I find bizarre? If you've got any explanations for it, feel free to put them in the comments. I'd be interested to hear them, and whoever else reads the comments might be interested also in your comments. So feel free. So that's my experiences anyway. I find the stuff bizarre. So okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.